Well, Gill Dattner is an equity analyst at Bank Leumi in Israel, joins me now from the Tel Aviv Stock Exchange. Thanks very much for speaking to us. So tell me, what exactly are you watching for? What are you focusing on with this upcoming Palestinian push for statehood at the UN Security Council?
Well, I mean, at the moment, what's happening in the UN Security Council and what will happen in terms of all the move that the Palestinian Authority is trying to do now still remains very much in terms of an unknown quantity, because we've yet to see what the fallout will be. But there's no doubt that at the moment this fits into a wider scope of political anxiety in Israel, which includes also worsening relations with Turkey and with Egypt, and also all the unrest in the domestic politics, the social protest movement, and all of these are weighing on sentiment in the market at the moment.
And, I mean, with regards to this vote specifically, Gill, some analysts are saying that it's largely symbolic. We know that the US administration is going to veto it in any case. Is it likely to make much material difference to Israel, economically or otherwise? It doesn't seem as though it's going to change a great deal on the ground.
Well, I mean, I don't think that in the immediate term you can actually point to any material impact, but then that depends on how events develop, because it can be quite dynamic. I mean, if you have an outburst of violence or wide-scale protests, then certainly you might see investor reaction. Although I think to a large extent, investors have already said their piece, and you can see that in the trend in the market in the last few weeks. So they've positioned themselves, and maybe if the fallout in terms of actual events is less bad than expected, then you might actually see some pickup in the trend. Because investors will relax a bit.
Well, so you say that valuations are looking fairly attractive right now. Are there upside opportunities in the market as well? And if so, which industries would you focus on?
We think there are upside opportunities in the market. We think as a whole, the market is looking reasonably valued. Certainly, we think that there are two main themes in the Israeli market that will continue to dominate sentiment in the near term, and the first is the political aspect. The second is certainly what's going on globally, particularly in Europe. So we think that in the near term, sentiment is going to remain negative. We would stick to shares and industries that are in defensive sectors, like telecommunications, like consumer food, and stay safe at the moment until we see some real change in the sentiment.
Thanks very much indeed, Gill Dattner, equity analyst at Bank Leumi there in Israel.